Is now the right time to buy a home here in Kelowna, British Columbia? And the fact that our absorption rate is letting us know that we're in a strong buyer's market, yeah, this could be a pretty prime opportunity. But let's not make it a guessing game. Let's overview the real estate stats for here in the Central Okanagan, covering the first month of the year in 2026. So you have all the information, you can make your own decision. Again, quickly, my name is Boholij, your Okanagan Realtor and Relocation Specialist. And if you have any questions about anything we discussed today, just make sure you reach out to me at the information on the screen and linked in the description down below. First off, just apologies, I'm going to be a little nasally this month. I'm just getting over a cold. But if you look over the last month, we had 226 sales, which is down 15.35% from last month, which is kind of a shocker because December is one of our slowest months and January. But I didn't think there was going to be that much of a difference and dip in the market from the previous month. So seeing that the sales were so low in January was a bit surprising to me. I mean, it was relatively quiet overall, and we're down 16.91% from this time last year. So sales are at a bit of a low right now. I feel like we're kind of scraping the belly of the market. But again, if you like something, you still got to move on it. I wrote on a property this week and went into multiples and 4 offers. So like I always tell you, if properties are properly priced, I don't care if it's an extreme buyer's market or not. Prices still really haven't dipped, which is always something you hear from people. Just wait till the prices, the bottom falls out on them. People always talk about that and it never seems to happen, especially here in the Okanagan Valley where we're kind of insulated and protected from some of the big peaks and dips in the market. So you can see the average sales price decreased less than 1% to an average of $756,211. That's for all product. And now, like I was talking about at the top of the video, we are at the lowest absorption rate I've seen probably since I started doing these market updates at 7.26%. So again, heavily in that buyer's market, below that 8% threshold that I even talk about normally. The Bank of Canada maintained rates at 2.25%. I know there were some murmurs about rates increasing, so it was good to see that they just held the rates. And the next rate announcement is going to be on March 18th. So we'll have to see how inflation goes over the next couple of months, what the feds do to really predict what will happen in March. But if we do see another drop, or even if they held the rates, I think it's going to prep us for a pretty good spring. Another one of the big lows for stats is the list to sell ratio. Again, it's just showing the differences and where sellers still are trying to hold on to these prices and where buyers are at right now. 90.37%. So that means on average over the last month, sellers are getting 90% of their list price. Just strengthening what an opportune time this is for buyers. We didn't have too big of a change in average prices. We actually saw an increase in most of the products, with condos seeing a 6.51% increase to an average price of $501,550. Townhouses seeing a 12.2% increase over the last month, an average price of $730,581. And single family homes taking the only hit out of products this month, going down 5.28% to an average price of $1,036,503. I mean, average days on market has gone up once again, and I think this all is stemming from the fact that sellers are trying to hold on to these prices, or even near the prices they saw a few years ago. So they're taking longer to sell. We're getting more inventory. The list to sell ratio gap is widening and properties are sitting longer, where again, if you come on the market, you're priced properly, you don't see those huge days on market, but people are still grasping on to maybe not 2021 prices, but still prices to what their neighbors sold a year or two ago. We're in a completely different market now, so you can't be comparing. You have to look at the market now and base your price off that if you want to sell. So yeah, 92 days on market is the average, and just up 1.58% from this time last year, which was 91 days. Looking at listing inventory, we're at 3,109 active current listings, which is actually down almost 4% from this time last year. So listings are starting to come off the market. I think that's going to go up in the next couple of months because people tend to pull their listings off in like end of November and come back on usually in March. So maybe not this month, but in March, we'll see an abundance of listings hit the market, which hopefully sales do increase, because right now we're sitting at 13.75 months of inventory. So again, the stats speak for themselves. We have an abundance of inventory, huge gap in the list to sell ratio, low absorption rate, and lots of opportunity for buyers. And I honestly think opportunity for sellers, if you're someone who's coming to the market and actually wants to sell, if you price your property aggressively or even on par with the current market, I think you're going to zoom past these places that are just sitting on the market. And whether you're looking to buy or you're looking to get a proper evaluation on how to actually sell your property in this market, you got to reach out to me. Again, my name is Boholij, your Okanagan Realtor and Relocation Specialist. That was the latest monthly market update for real estate here in the Central Okanagan, overviewing the real estate stats for January 2026. If you have any questions about what we discussed or you want to get in contact with me, the information is on the screen right now, linked in the description down below. Make sure you subscribe to my main channel, Living in Kelowna BC, for a ton of information on what it's like to live here in the Okanagan. And if I can help in any way, make sure you reach out. Thanks again. I will check you guys out in the next video.